Let's rank Marvel's Ultimate Comics. Hi, I'm Jordan the Nerd of Gold, and if you've been following along with me for a while, you may know the order already, but I just want to make an official list considering that we are within like maybe 2 weeks of Ultimate Endgame coming out. So, and I've caught up on the majority of the Ultimate Universe. I think I'm only behind on the issues that aren't on Marvel Unlimited. So, as of this moment, with that in mind, my ranking goes at number 5. Bottom of the list is going to be Ultimate Wolverine. And I say bottom of the list just because the Ultimate titles is a small number of titles, and they are mostly very good. And I just don't think that Ultimate Wolverine particularly stands out, especially as a longtime X-Men fan. If you are a new X-Men fan coming into Ultimate Wolverine, I can see where it's way more exciting, especially considering the art on that book. But I just don't think Ultimate Wolverine is doing anything particularly exciting when you look at the lore and compare this Wolverine to normal universe Wolverine. I just think it's Wolverine's Weapon X training again, which isn't bad, but again, it's just not really doing anything for me personally. Then, going to number 4, we've got Ultimate X-Men. Now, I've said this before in my last video on Ultimate Comics, I really like the craftsmanship in Ultimate X-Men, but that being said, it is not my cup of tea as a piece of storytelling. I just do not vibe with it. I understand Peach Momoko is very good at what she does. The book is consistent. I understand that this is just more of a taste thing for me rather than an objective quality factor about the book. The book is well constructed. The book is good. And if you vibe with it, I'm sure it's much higher on your list than it is mine. But I understand that I don't vibe with it, so it's lower on my list. Number 3 is going to be Ultimate Black Panther. I like Ultimate Black Panther, but I ultimately do think that Black Panther, the story that we're getting in the Ultimate version, could have been done in the normal 616 universe, and I actually think probably would have been better for it as a result. That being said, the story is good. I really like the idea that vibranium is secretly hiding a consciousness and it has been influencing Wakanda as a nation. I think that's a really cool idea. I liked the idea that Black Panther and Moon Knight as these kind of two representatives of different African religions, one fake and one real on that front, fought each other. I thought that was a good little bit. I like everything that's in Ultimate Black Panther. Like I said, I think it could have been done in the normal Marvel universe with some minor substitutions and probably been better for it. Number 2 on my list is going to be Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man is a great story. I know a lot of people think of Hickman as doing big epic stories with a lot of cerebral thoughts and high concepts, and he's not very good at character work, but Ultimate Spider-Man is a repudiation of all that. It is fantastic character work as far as telling a Spider-Man story, and I feel like this is where you see the influence of Brian Michael Bendis on Jonathan Hickman, because you got to remember, Brian Michael Bendis was a big person to bring Jonathan Hickman over to Marvel from independent comic books. He saw the potential in Hickman, and he was like, yeah, I want to do this. And we know that Hickman was a fan of what Bendis and Millar were doing in the original Ultimate Universe, because we've seen that influence on his Marvel work. So I found it was really fun to see that he gets to be like a Bendis fan and kind of show that influence in there. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting from it. He could be pulling from other sources. Either way, it's a great character drama, and it's really well done. I really like Ultimate Spider-Man. That being said, I still think it's a little too safe and too similar to regular Spider-Man to really feel as different as like Ultimate X-Men does with its characters. And that leads me to my favorite book, the number 1 book I think Marvel is publishing right now, period. It is The Ultimates. I love The Ultimates. The Ultimates is so good. It is easily the best book Marvel is publishing by far. And this is because it tells single-issue stories while balancing a larger serialized narrative that advances the entire universe's stories, not just the book stories. And it tells these incredibly reinventive character works that will for these reinventions of characters in a way that also subverts the history and gives this incredibly great political commentary throughout that is on point. And by issue 18, I'm wanting to join the Ultimates revolution because the writing is so good. I love the Ultimates. It is excellent, and it takes swings with its characters and hits the ball out of the park every time. I cannot emphasize enough that you need to be reading the Ultimates. It is so good.